Alright, it's Thursday, technically day 11. This will be the start of 5 more days of sit-ups. I've decided that what I'm going to do is every 50 I'm going to take a 1-day break, so basically it'll be 5 on, 1 off. So yeah, it just makes my neck feel a little better. Lower back's not a pain, but right now my neck is a little sore. Too much cranking, doing the back curl, gotta keep the back straight, chin up, all that bullshit. So, 110 today, because it's day 11. So 4 sets of 25, and then the last one I'll put another 10 on it, and that should be good. Lots to talk about. So again, chin up, arms interweave behind, and let's just go. What to talk about? Okay, so YouTube copyright. A little annoying. Day 9 I had a little bit of an issue. Yes, I did use a little snippet of the Benny Hill Chase music. And of course, because I was using too much of it, 30 seconds to be exact, YouTube gave me a copyright claim. Not a strike, mind you, but a claim. And so any monetizing, so immediately the video is monetized, even though my account can't do monetization yet. I don't have 4,000 minutes of viewing, and I don't have anywhere near 1,000 subscribers. And yet, somebody can file a copyright claim against a video of mine based on 30 seconds of music, which has been known to be basically a meme. I mean, the Benny Hill Chase music is a meme. I'm sorry, it just is. And earn whatever money. Immediately the video got monetized, thrown ads against it, and all of that money, well, what little it was, went to the owner of the music. Now, here's the thing. There's a couple of tricks to avoiding all of this. One of them is obviously don't use copyrighted material. The other one is don't use a lot of copyrighted material. However, I've been watching some videos on YouTube, and it seems that there are now jobs for, literally, I kid you not, the title of the job is Manual Claim Expert. This is a person who gets paid basically minimum wage to watch YouTube videos and put manual claims on them for a content owner, typically a big company, because let's face it, any band or anybody who's writing music who's not making a lot of money isn't going to be able to hire that. Of course, there is an automated system as well. You know, good old AI for you. So I had to upload the video multiple times, each one getting multiple, not multiple claims, but each time generated a claim. Now, of course, uploading a YouTube video is a pain in the ass. It takes 30 to 45 minutes to upload 10 minutes of content. So, in the end, I had to just massively edit my video. Not a big deal because, I don't care. I had to cut the segment down to 15 seconds, and that seemed to pass through and get through the automated AI that YouTube has set up. I guess it doesn't mind if you use 15 seconds of content. I think the limit is actually 20, but 15 seems to be safe. Why is this a problem? Well, I'm a really tiny channel, and right off the bat, you're giving me grief with copyright. Like, I'm not even, this will be video number 11. I'm not even 20 videos in, and already you're hitting me with copyright. What will be next? Copywriting what I say? Because there's been a couple instances already where people have said music lyrics, not even knowing that they were lyrics to a song, and then getting a copyright notice for it, or a copyright claim for it. Of course, heaven forbid, they hit me with a copyright strike. Those are very hard to remove, need to be avoided like the plague, and of course, if you get 3 of them, your channel is basically toast. Now, against that, as a kind of an insurance policy against that, I do have all of my videos on a hard drive. So worst case scenario, if I got 3 copyright strikes, I could create a new channel, re-upload all of the content except for the stuff that got struck, and I would be at least back to square one content-wise. Of course, I would lose all of my views, all of my subscribers, and I would have to, start back at square one. Now, if I ever grew to 50,000 subscribers, one would hope that, I would be using social media like Twitter and Facebook and anything else to inform my existing subscribers and get the word out that, hey, I'm on this channel. Now, of course, what does YouTube do in that case? If your channel gets struck because of copyright strikes, can you... Because YouTube's going to find out that you opened a new channel. That probably violates their toss, and they'd probably kill me again. Or cancel me again, or whatever. So that's where other services have come up. And there are a couple ones. Mine's comes to mind. There's BitChute, which is another one. I still have not used either of those services, nor have I taken a serious look at either Minds or BitChute. And it is still, I think, up in the air as to whether those services will go the distance. So, but right now, of course, the concern is that YouTube is the monopoly. So, anyways, we're 25 in. We need to do another 25 because this video is going long. So, the lower abs right in here. Wow, quite the burn. What else is going on? Elon Musk and his rocket company successfully launched their Starhopper and had a good launch and landing, testing out their new rocket, of which I can't remember the name of right now, Raptor. So that was interesting to see, and I encourage you all to look up and watch that little star hop. It's the future. The future's coming fast. I seriously believe we'll be on the moon in my lifetime, and possibly Mars, and that can't be but a good thing. We need to become a multi-planetary species for our survival, and preferably a multi-planetary species where each of the planets is independent, and that will take a bit longer. But yeah, what else was in the news? California, Sacramento, one of the politicians representing Sacramento actually proposed a change to California law to change nuclear energy so that it is classed as renewable. That's kind of a joke. Nuclear energy is not renewable. There's not very actually, there's not very many sources of energy that you could really classify as renewable. Solar is one, wind is another. Basically anything that comes directly from the sun in the course of a human lifetime can be considered renewable. So in that situation, wood technically is renewable. You can grow a forest in the span of a human lifetime. Coal and natural gas and petrochemical, well, oil as well, they're not renewable, although it is part of a carbon cycle. Those carbon cycles are millions of years long, and it is not renewable in the span of a human lifetime. Nuclear, of course, is right now based on fission, which of course is based on pretty much three elements: uranium, thorium, which can be used, and plutonium, which is actually man-made. Bet you didn't know that. So those sources, while uranium and thorium are quite plentiful, they're not renewable. Once you split those atoms apart, you're not putting them back together. I do think, however, that as funny as that law is, if it passes, which it has not passed yet, and it probably won't pass, I think it's actually a good thing. The last nuclear reactor in California is Diablo Canyon. It's a very famous nuclear reactor. No, it can't do Fukushima. Thank you. It produces, I believe, it's either 9 or 15% of California's energy, which is a significant amount of energy. I also believe that short term, and let's define short term as within the next 30 years, we are not going to be able to, as a human species, build out enough renewable without also considering nuclear as part of that formula. Having said that, most people don't realize that when you say nuclear power, what you're really saying is car. That is what you're saying. When you say a nuclear reactor, what you're referring to is you're referring to a car. And the reason I say that is because there are lots of models of car. And yes, when you drive a Pinto and get hit from behind, the Pinto explodes. So that's the design flaw in the Pinto. Some cars are designed well, some cars are not designed well. German cars are known for safety. Chinese cars, maybe not so much. So saying all nuclear reactors are bad and unsafe is the same as saying all cars are bad and are unsafe. And some nuclear designs, especially the fourth and a half, and fifth generation designs, which have yet to be put into practice because of lots of environmentalist stuff, in theory, are a lot safer than the current designs. So I really do believe this needs to be done. We really need to go full force with nuclear. And in fact, China is doing it. There is a type of nuclear reactor called a lifter, which is a liquid fluoride thorium reactor. These things cannot do a Chernobyl or a Fukushima. Literally, if you walk away from the reactor and pull the plug on the power for the reactor just shuts down. It's just physics. It just literally shuts down. Look it up. I'll put a video from one of the lifter guys who knows a lot more about this. China, anyways, as China does, they set up cities to do stuff. They have set up an entire 800,000 population city to support their lifter research program, and they intend to phase out all of their coal power plants for nuclear. Which, at least from the perspective of CO2 emissions, certainly will reduce CO2 emissions. One would hope that when they do the lifter design, that they don't completely screw it up and the things don't blow up. But, you know, yeah. Anyways, we're going long again. We're up to 50. Let's do up to 75. What else is in the news? Not much. I saw an article. It turns out China has developed a gel that can help grow tooth enamel. I saw this on Slashdot. Now, curiously enough, it only grows about 1/400th the thickness of your existing enamel. So you'd have to do it multiple times to fix a cavity, but it can grow that thin layer of enamel in less than 48 hours. So we are getting to the point of actually being able to regrow tooth enamel, which is pretty amazing, especially for me. I have horrible teeth. I get cavities on a regular basis no matter what I do. You know, chew the special gum that isn't sugary. I don't drink sugary drinks, but every time I go into the dentist, oh Doug, you got another cavity. I've had all of my wisdom teeth pulled and 2 molars pulled because of decay. Thankfully, no gum disease or anything like that. But boy, oh, I wish I could just stick something in my mouth that could regrow enamel, because having cavities is just, and fillings is just a pain in the ass. Especially on my last Japanese trip. Second day into my last Japanese trip, I'm in the hotel eating a traditional Japanese breakfast, and I'm just, you know, eating some rice, would you believe? And I bite down and crunch, and out comes 2 pieces of a filling. Just random happenstance. Needless to say, I'm in Japan, so I'm not going to go to a Japanese dentist because I can't really communicate well. I don't know how much it's going to cost. My employer probably wouldn't cover it because it's a different system. And you know how it is. I don't know if any of you have ever lost a filling. You know, you put your finger in your mouth and it feels like a Grand Canyon's in your mouth. Well, I felt that way throughout my entire trip, constantly after brushing out contents from that hole, and it just felt like I was walking around with a crater in my mouth, and it was really quite annoying. So if the Chinese can figure out how to do something like that, that's pretty amazing. Like, you know, it's 2019 and science is really, really cool. Alright, I want to knock this out, so let's get this other 25 done, plus 10. I didn't forget about the extra 10. Alright. I've lost count. I'm pretty sure that was 110. Day 11's done. 110 sit-ups. Yes, they're on a ball. Take pity on me. So if you have any thoughts on the 3 topics I discussed, leave a comment. Otherwise, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. I'm sure I'll post at least a couple of videos as well on this particular video. Links to the video will be below. And have a nice day. Konbanwa to all my Japanese friends. And we'll see you tomorrow for day 12.